Zulum took turns to advise the new couple on how peace in their family can lead to peace in the country.
Again, thank you, and may God bless this marriage. Thank you very much.
We have no doubt in our minds that we are witnessing an excellent marriage that will produce excellent results.
You should not be in making sure that you give a helping hand for that young woman to become the best. We wish the brand new couple marital bliss. We wish them peace. We wish them harmony. And may the union be blessed with sets of triplets and quintuplets.
The Anambra resident in the Federal Capital Territory, led by the president of Anambra State Townspeople's Association, ASPA, Chief Arinze Anado, were visibly present at the wedding. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
Anambra State House of Assembly's Committee on Information has paid a familiarization visit to Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, as a foremost media organization in the state to ascertain challenges and offer legislative assistance. The committee was received by the managing director of the establishment, Sir Chido Obidiegu, and other management staff at the corporate headquarters in Oka. House of Assembly correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata reports.
Speaking, the House Committee Chairman on Information and member representing Onitsha South 1 constituency, Honorable Fred Ezenwa, said the familiarization visit provided an opportunity for the committee to assess the current state of the ABS and offer recommendations for improvements. Honorable Ezenwa also noted that the discussions were centered on enhancing the station's capacity to deliver quality content to the public and ensuring that it remains a vital tool for information dissemination in the state.
Tell us how you are moving. Do you have challenges? Is there anywhere we, the House members, can help you to see that your movement here is fast and okay? That is the main essence of our being here.
Responding, Sachido praised the committee and the General Assembly for their efforts towards the progress of the state, highlighting its operational challenges and explored strategies for booming the establishment. He emphasized that the high cost of diesel and other critical components are factors hindering the smooth running of media industries, which have contributed to shutting down some stations. But despite these challenges, the ABS is still operating smoothly. Sachido lauded Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his impactful efforts to recalibrate and rejuvenate the establishment, noting that his interventions have been instrumental in sustaining the station's operations despite the current economic challenges. He also expressed his gratitude to the Assembly for its ongoing support and collaborative relationship between the legislature and the executive, noting that this synergy is crucial for the continued growth and stability of the state.
Quite a good number of stations have even closed down. They can't even afford to pay salaries. But we are still here delivering this service to the Anambra on a very tight, shoestring survival mode. But I believe that when I get the audience with Mr. Governor, who I know that he's passionate about what we do here, and also a considerate person also, I believe that when I get the audience with him and share this with him, I'm sure that he will intervene. We are still, striving to survive, and I have a group of people who are working with me who believe that, we shall overcome.
As part of moves to drive Governor Chukwuma Soludo's promise to mainstream care for the vulnerable in Anambra State, especially the elderly, Anambra State Commissioner for Special Duties, Honorable Beverly Ibazu Nkemdiche, has embarked on a fact-finding visit to the National Senior Citizens Center, NSCC. The visit, according to her, is to initiate an ongoing relationship, partnerships, and engineer collaborations that will help the Anambra State government drive a holistic policy for the elderly in the state. Speaking after being received by the Director General of the Center, Dr. M.M. Omokara, in the presence of heads of different departments of the agency at the NSCC's headquarters in Abuja, Commissioner Ibazin Kemdi Chair explained that Governor Soludo is passionate about the care for elderly people in the state and is willing for every form of partnership that will enable the realization of a society that prioritizes the welfare and standardizes the care of the elderly. She commended the National Senior Citizen Center for the groundbreaking work they are doing in designing national policy guidelines and plans of actions for geriatric social care and geriatric social caregiving in the country, and explained that the Anambra State government will need all technical assistance and wider collaborations in designing a peculiar policy framework that will provide answers to the unique elderly care needs in the state. Responding, the Director General of the National Senior Citizen Center, Dr. Omokaro, expressed joy to receive the Commissioner in her office and said she had taken a keen interest in Anambra State government after seeing the successes recorded through Governor Soludo's social agenda in the state, saying that she is confident that the Anambra State government is committed to enhancing the welfare and care for the elderly. Dr. Omokaro, while listing some of the milestones recorded by her agency since the creation of the center, explained that gone are the days when elderly social care is relegated as taught in public policy, and emphasized that it is a multi-sectoral issue that demands to be mainstreamed as the population of elderly people continues to rise while the economic realities of families shrink, making it difficult for them to properly cater to the needs of their old people. The member representing Orumba North and South Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Princess Chinwe Nnabuife, has distributed empowerment items worth hundreds of millions of naira to her constituents to enhance their standard of living. The event, which took place in the country home at Umunze in Orumba North, or rather Orumba South local government area, was well attended by her constituents. Political correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim reports that the items distributed by the federal lawmaker are 600 bags of fertilizers, 1,500 bags of rice, and 30 brand new motorcycles. His report.
Addressing the gathering, Honorable Nnabuife explained that the gesture is her own way of recognizing hard work and appreciating her constituents for finding her worthy to represent them at the National Assembly. She disclosed that fertilizers are palliatives from the federal government, which she attracted to boost the agricultural yield of farmers in her constituency, while other items came from her. Honorable Nnabuife, who described farming as the surest way to escape hunger in Nigeria, encouraged her constituents to go back to farming and urged President Bola Tinubu to address the insecurity ravaging parts of the country to encourage farming activity and investments in Nigeria. She described the gesture as the beginning of good things that will come to Orumba North and South Federal Constituency and urged her constituents to continue to support her for more dividends of democracy.
We are bringing back the intervention and the palliative gestures of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We gave rice palliatives, and we also gave out distributed the fertilizer from the federal government, thereby encouraging our people to go back to the farms.
She's doing well. Her representation is effective, and it is humane. It has a milk of human kindness. Yes, that's what I would like to say. And she's been trying, and you can see what just happened. You know, I mean, she's a good woman. That's why we elected her.
In their separate speeches, the chairman of the President General in Orumba North Local Government Area and the President General of the Awa Development Union, Dr. Ray Ofo, and his Umunze counterpart, Sir Ezekiel Iheazo, described the legislator as a woman filled with milk of human kindness that has been doing wonderfully well, and commended her for touching the lives of the less privileged in the constituency by giving them tools that would take them out of poverty permanently. On his part, The chairman of the Young Progressive Party in Orumba South Local Government Area, Engineer Amoechi Enye, thanked God for the gift of Honorable Nnabife to Orumba North and South Federal Constituency and advised those who benefited from our empowerment program to use it to fend for themselves and their families, as well as become employers of labor to achieve the aim of the exercise. Some of the beneficiaries of the empowerment program, including Mr. Anna Ayochukwu Nabude and Mrs. Ngozi Mwachebe, thanked the lawmaker for empowering them to uplift their standard of living, assuring them that they will make her proud.
Hey, can I name Honorable Mama Bengi today? I did Orumba North and South. I want me and give. I know my not that second term. I got to hear you. You need no when I know on the Malaya. You need to open a book come to the minister. Pareti, Governor Batoneka, I never very well. I snap. Open a gun that is seeking Kachineki. I know your
Members of the Egbono family of Umunta royal dynasty, Enugu, Aguleri, and Anambra East local government area have called on Anambra State government to come to their aid and ensure they get justice in their two houses demolished and burnt down by one Mr. Ejike Lawrence, popularly known as Isieke, over an issue he had with one of the family members, Mr. Ignatius Egbono Anneke, on Wednesday. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
When ABS crew arrived at the scene, it was observed that the two houses jointly owned by the Egbono family, a 6-bedroom flat and a 4-bedroom flat, respectively, were demolished and burnt alongside properties worth millions of naira. Narrating the ordeal, one of the Egbono family members, Mr. Edoziuno, told the ABS that on Wednesday afternoon, they got the news that one of the family members, Mr. Ignatius, macheted Mr. Ejike Lawrence of Umuezunu, Enugu Aguleri. Then, few minutes, men armed with several weapons stormed their compound and started destroying one of their houses, but were prevented from giving much damage on the house by the vigilante groups and the youths, so they left and returned around 2 a.m. when they now destroyed the two houses and burned them with properties inside. Mr. Egbono, while explaining that the houses were inherited from their grandfather and jointly owned by the Egbono family, wondered why Mr. Lawrence would, because of an issue he had with a member of the family, send thugs to destroy the general house, disclosing that he, alongside his siblings and cousins, lost all their valuables to the attack, including all their credentials, 3 generator sets, 3 motorcycles parked inside the house, mattresses, over 100,000 naira, among other things, saying that they are presently homeless and stranded. Appealing to the government to investigate the matter and take necessary actions to ensure that justice prevails, Mr. Egbono further told ABS that this is not the first time Mr. Ejike Lawrence has carried out such an attack on the family, that the first was in the year 2008 when he burnt down their house and claimed some portions of their land in 3 different places where he presently erected structures, boasting that Egbono family will not do anything.
My documents in Ghana, my brother Ghana, my go machine, my on even with the teleba. What the mother I'm going to do? Because I will have this kind of thing. You boom mad. And open on with the mud near I come and get born young. Now I can't go around. I'm out to me a man, government Nyaka.
Speaking, the President General of Enugu Aguleri, Chief Victor Emeka, the Chairman of Umunta Royal Dynasty, Mr. Mwalieji Udanyinya, and the Enugu Aguleri Youth Chairman, Mr. Emeka Obiora, condemned the action of Mr. Ejike Lawrence and described it as barbaric and unacceptable, saying that he would have reported Mr. Ignatius to the community leadership instead of taking laws into his hands, and regretted that all efforts made by the community to prevent the escalation of the issue were abortive.
I describe it as very uncivilized, very barbaric. We will do everything which are possible best to be able to trace these people, to be able to assist the authorities, to be able to fish out the people that acted it and get justice to those that deserve it.
On his part, the Chief Security Officer of Enugu Aguleri, Mr. Ekene Chiata, narrated how the vigilante group tried to stop the thugs from destroying the houses, assuring that they would make sure that the perpetrators of the act were fished out and brought to book. All efforts made by the ABS crew to get the reactions of both Mr. Ejike Lawrence and Mr. Ignatius Egbono proved abortive at the time of the filing of this report.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egboteku, has dispatched additional detectives to Benue State to aid in the rescue of the abducted medical students. 20 medical students from the University of Maiduguri and the University of Jos traveling to Enugu were kidnapped along the Otukpa-Enugu road on Thursday evening. The students were en route to the Federation of Catholic Medical and Dental Students Annual Convention in Enugu when they were taken. On Saturday, Egboteku ordered the deployment of tactical operatives and assets, including helicopters, drones, and tactical vehicles, to ensure the swift rescue of the kidnapped students. In a statement on Sunday, Force spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi announced the arrival of more detectives in the state, emphasizing the need for public support. Extreme misogyny will be treated as a form of extremism under new government plans, the UK Home Office has said. Ms. Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, has ordered a review of the UK's counter-extremism strategy to determine how best to tackle threats posed by harmful ideologies. The analysis will look at hatred of women as one of the ideological trends that the government says is gaining traction. The review will look at the rise of Islamist and far-right extremism in the UK, as well as wider ideological trends, including extreme misogyny or beliefs that we fit into broader categories, such as violence. Over now to sports. In a highly charged main event at UFC 305, South African fighters Dricus du Plessis retained the middleweight title, defeated Nigeria-born Israel Adesanya by submission in the fourth round. The grudge match, which had been fueled by pre-fight tensions over race and identity, culminated in a dramatic turn of event as the Plessis secured the victory with a rear-naked choke. Adesanya, a former two-time champion, came into the fight determined to reclaim the belt. He lost to Sean Strickland last September. Despite trailing 2-1 on the scorecards heading into the fourth round, du Plessis turned the tide with a series of powerful hooks and jabs, followed by a decisive takedown. Once he locked Adesanya into the choke, the Nigerian-born fighter had no choice but to submit. The fight began with both fighters showing aggression, with Adesanya landing sharp counters and cutting du Plessis on the forehead earlier on. However, the South African's pressure and wrestling skills proved too much for Adesanya as the fight progressed. And that's just about it on the news this morning. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, Oka. Follow us on X at ABS Radio TV. And on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotelevision.org. A quick recap of our major stories. Governor Saludo's daughter, Adora, has wedded in grand style in Abuja. Anambra State government has stepped up measures to enhance the welfare of elderly in the state. Inspector General of Police, Egboteku, has dispatched additional detectives to Benue State. And we told you on the foreign scene that the United Kingdom is to treat misogyny as extremism. And that's this on the news this morning. But before we go, a quick reminder that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. My name is Chidima Oranwa. Good morning.